Okay, good morning. One of the things I want to work on today is some aspects of the ChemQ form. First, let me just do this while I get. When you do a pak sao and a punch, let me get over here in some light. You can see me better here. Okay. When you do a pak da, so let me put this away. When you do a pak da, let me put it in the center here. You want to have a line. Let me see if I can get this right. From this joint here to the small finger. So a diagonal line here. See if you can see it like that. It's a diagonal line. So from this thumb joint to the little finger, that's your guide for doing a pak sao. So when I do a pak, I punch, my forearm goes right over this. Somehow I can't see it good. Let me get this camera angle right. Okay, so here's the back of my palm. So I want to punch here. So the knuckle and the little finger is your sight, as if you had a rifle. So when I point that, that's where the line of attack is. So when I pak, I punch over the back of my hand like this, if you can see that. Okay? The lighting is bad here. So I hope you can see this good here. Right there. So the reason I brought that up, because I still do this myself sometimes. When I do the ChemQ form, sometimes I used to do this. Say in this part, I would do this. See, with my elbow out, and I would do that. It should be the elbow in, right here. So a good example, if when I do from here, see? So it's correct to have it like this, so that when you can actually strike to the person's face. Whereas here, your hand's pointing away from your opponent. And then this isn't strong. So you need it here to your body so you can use it to push away. You have some support. So when you're doing ChemQ, don't do this. You may see me still do this because of years of doing it, but Sifu corrected me. It's this way. So in the ChemQ form, when you step out here, that's the way it's taught generally, but I want you guys to do it the way it's supposed to be applied. Watch how this is. You're ready to do a finger jab as opposed to doing that. So I had to get that out of the way, because I catch myself. I did a video and I caught myself doing that too. I need to be in some sunlight. Okay. So that's one point. So when I do pak sao, I'm punching a diagonal line from the thumb joint, the bottom thumb joint, across to the knuckle of my little finger. And I want to do this so in case I'm trapped, I can get out of it quick. If I punch over here, by the time I get out, I can get trapped. So that's why you want to punch over there. Remember that for all the basics. So we're going to practice a couple of drills here. Pak sao punch, chin sao, lap sao punch. Now, I do the chin sao just in case the limb isn't there. If I just do this and lop, he may have pulled his hand back and thrown another punch, and I won't be occupying that line. So you don't have to do it like this, real high like that. That's just an overemphasis. I would just go here and see, I would do the lop you train your eye. If you see it's there, you don't really have to do that high chun sao. If you're actually focusing on the elbow. So I could just do this, see? Now, that chun was kind of implied. I didn't exaggerate it by doing this. But to train it, you should do that. Pak chun lat. Pak chun lat. There's another thing I want to bring up. When we say simultaneous blocking and striking, it's not exactly simultaneous. There's a little gap between. So I go and one, and one. If I do bong sao, it's and one, and one. It's not both arms. I don't want to give my opponent both of my weapons. If I throw both of my weapons out, he can trap me. But if I have an interrupt, this goes first, and then this comes a fraction of a second later, I have a chance to interrupt and do something else. So even though we say tanda, it's and one. It's not one at the same time. Because if a guy did a strike like this, and I did this, he can trap me. So we say simultaneous, but it's not really simultaneous. So getting back to those elbows in the BUG form. Now normally, you see how I have my fists together here? Like this, to really learn to train your waist, you can turn them, right, like that, or you can do this. Because when you do this, that's what you're doing anyway. When you do the elbow strike, this hand is here to cover, to do something, or to do the break. So you can train that elbow both ways. But before I started getting in depth into the BUG form, I want you to imagine a line in the middle. And if you want to start off like this, if you're a beginner, it doesn't matter. Try to get in that line. In that line. In that line. And I'm doing the downward one. Down. Now, when you do the downward strike, you try to bring this up your shoulder or your arm close to your ear. I can't do that because of my shoulder joint. But try to get it up as high as possible. Okay, so the downward one, striking down, and right in the center, right? And train your waist. See, this one I can kind of almost get up close to my side. This one I can't, so if you can do better than that, try here. So then we have the side elbow strike, the lateral, right? Then we have a straight down in the middle. I think that's the one I just did. Then we have diagonal, see? So if you think of an asterisk, so use the pattern of an asterisk. Go down, right? Then we have up, see? And I check here. See, it's an upward one. So I'm using that asterisk. So we've got those elbows. We also have the side elbow. And we have the one that you do in Silam Tao. The side elbow would be a drill like this, and I would elbow to the side. Buenos días, señor. ¿Cómo está? So you would go pak chun, I lop, and then elbow out like this, expanding my chest on that one. So pak chun and pull, elbow out like that. So it's just striking to the side. You get some of that in Silam Tao when you do this elbow and then the side palm. So that one could be, that's another elbow. So we've got different elbows in the form. I'm going to have to leave because of the grass. I'm allergic to grass, and they've been cutting all this field and they're sweeping grass now. I got to get out of here because of my asthma. Wow.